Hey guys, welcome to my Attack on Titan review for episode 9. I can't tell you how happy I am with Rod's animation. I have to deal with this every time, these little shits. Anyways, I am so completely happy on how Rod's Titan looked. The animation, I was completely expecting the whole CGI, but they hand drew it. And not only that, they used I think it was like a 2D animation, which it completely looked well. I was so happy. I was in my mindset was like, oh, CGI. So my expectations was very past. We got Erwin's plan. So what he wanted to do was do an assault from afar with the cannons, and there was just so many holes that were put into Rod's Titan. It was disgusting. To me, it was like Swiss cheese, or like, have you guys seen those videos where people like pop zits, like those zit videos that they pop them like all over the nose and leave all those craters? It was like absolutely disgusting on how that look was, but um, but the details was phenomenal. So the part that I thought was going to get cut out was actually brought in with Eren punching the air. He doesn't quite completely understand how to use his Titan yet, because he thought, from remembering with the Smiling Titan, when he did the swing, that he was able to control the Titan. So he was trying to reenact that situation and to pretty much insult the Titan, and thinking that he could maybe control his powers. But I think it was so funny with Levi. I think he called Rod a tiny old man, and right when that happened, Levi just giving him a look like, what? So we get a moment between Historia and Erwin, and to me in that conversation, they totally looked like father and daughter. Erwin's like, we can't risk losing you on the battlefield. You're the last of royal blood. To which Historia's like, you don't understand. These citizens aren't going to accept me that easy. I have to prove myself. And at that point, Erwin's like, I can't fight you. We get another moment with Eren where he's having self-hate, just being very frustrated with himself, that he's come to a point that he's realized that he has been cocky in the past, and that without his Titan he's really nothing. And I think that's what really annoyed me with his character in season 1 and 2, that he was just so full of anger, just so all talk, but just without his Titan he couldn't do anything, that he really wasn't a good Titan killer himself, except for he finally got his first kill, which he like fell down. But he was just full of, I'll kill every single Titan, but it was just all talk, and so I think that really just annoyed me, him and his anger. But to me, when he started punching himself in the face, that was letting go of an old Eren and starting of a new Eren. So the character development between Historia and Eren in this season has been great, especially in this episode. And not only that, Eren looked at Historia, seeing how strong that she's gotten, and looking up to that. And I think that's also what frustrates me. He's like, look at her, she's this strong, and I'm here, and he just always doubting himself. He's crying within these last episodes, but that's just, now he's letting go of an old self of him and starting with a new Eren. So yeah, definitely the character development between these two was really good, and there's more to come. So the moment where Rod is finally crawled up the wall and is looking over it, that was just some old memories right there, because then you got the parallel of those 3 kids looking up at the wall at his Titan, and it was just reminding me of Bert's and Eren, Mikasa, and Eren back in the past. So a total parallel to that. Rod's Titan, I can't believe it's just disgusting. I guess from him crawling, that he scraped off his whole face and his just exposing his guts, and just the blood flowing from his face. It was like, ew. And having his intestines just falling onto the wall, that was ugh. But the detail on that, and I am shocked that they didn't censor that, because it just seems like they've been censoring a lot. But I was so glad how there was that gruesomeness, even though it's gross. I liked it. But pretty much Erwin's plan was successful. He practically had Eren grab all these bombs, and when transforming to his Titan, and sticking him into Rod's open mouth and just blasting him. and you just had all these nasty chunks flying everywhere. Where Historia detected, I guess, her father in that one specific one, and that's where she got her kill. And she was very lucky that she had landed after that huge fall. She landed perfectly in, like, I think was a wagon, the little tarp on the wagon. Like that was a very, like, lucky shot right there. But so the plan worked. She had killed her father in front of the citizens, and the citizens knew that acknowledged that she was the one that killed the Titan. Where she finally declares that she is the new ruler of the walls in front of all the people. So that's exactly what they had wanted. And Uncle Kenny, that scene to me was really sad. I think the whole having the sunset and the music with Levi being there was just really heartbreaking. Kenny at that moment knows that he's done for. Where Levi's like, yeah, there's no going back. The damage that you've took, you're goner. And Levi just telling Kenny that his whole squad is gone. It's just so much. Kenny's at a loss right now, and I think has accepted his fate. But overall, it was just a really, really sad scene. Next episode seems like it's going to be very deep into Kenny's past and the relationship between him and Levi. But yeah, it was just really heartbreaking. I got a little bit emotional. I mean, I get emotional with anime. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you. I bawled my eyes out at the end of Dragon Ball Z, the very last episode, because Dragon Ball Z was my first anime, and just having so many episodes, I cried, and having like characters die, I cry. But I just got a little teary-eyed. I can't help but get a little teary-eyed because I did like Uncle Kenny. He was a really cool character. I mean, he's still with us, but I just think that we kind of know what's going to happen to him at this point. He's, like Levi said, there's no going back with the the damage that he's taken. But guys, thanks once again for watching my channel. Give me a like for the support. And what did you guys think of the episode? How did you guys think of the actual hand-drawn of Rod's Titan? I'm so glad there was no CGI. What did you guys think of the blood and the guts and all that end of the episode? Any complaints or any good things that you liked of the episode? I think this one by far has been my favorite so far. We are getting so close to the Return of Shinganshina arc. I can't even tell you how excited. I think after this episode, we are going to be in the start of the new arc, which we will be getting a new opening, I hope. And just prepare yourself for this next arc, because you're going to be on a freaking roller coaster. Alright guys, thanks so much once again. Have a good night, alright? Bye-bye.